Hi, I'm Andrew, an entrepreneur and a computer science student,
Hi, I'm Raveen, a psychology major student.
and you're now listening to the Ink Thoughts podcast, where we ponder and talk about incongruous thoughts ranging from our daily life to the human mind.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Ink Thoughts podcast. Hope everyone has been having a good week. And today I'm going to talk about the power of compounding, as you can see from the topic title itself. So we all know small things add up, and I believe it is not the first time that you hear about the power of compounding. You probably have heard it from those investment gurus, and I believe it's a legit theory that with the power of compounding, we'll be able to get richer when investing, given that things does work out well. I believe the same applies to our life and ourselves. So recently I've been reading the book The Almanac of Naval Ravikant, A Guide to Wealth and Happiness, and this is one of the ideas that he mentioned as well. So of course I've known about this idea for quite some time, but I never really gave it a thought into how to apply it in my life other than investment itself. So this kind of reminds me of what I've been doing recently, which I think is actually the power of compounding. So about 2 months ago, I think it's going to be the third month now. So Andrew and I started doing push-up every day. I started from doing 20 full push-ups and he started from 40. And every day we told each other, we have to do it every day, and if possible, we push ourselves to add on the quantity that we're doing. But what if we couldn't, right? If we couldn't, it's fine. We could remain the quantity that we did as the same as the day before. So since that day, we've been doing that consistently every day, and we even did that while we were away in Portugal for our vacation. And guess what? Now I'm able to do 300 push-ups and he's doing 600 a day. Well, of course, we did it in 4 reps. I'm not those very strong girl that could do it in one go. I had to split it up into several reps. But the most important thing is I'm able to do 300 now. And recently we started doing sit-up as well, using the same format that we've been doing for our push-ups, which explains why my number for push-ups still increasing, but he's remained the same because he wanted to put more effort into doing sit-up for now. And the reason that we started doing push-ups was because of bouldering. We've been going for bouldering for about consistently weekly for about 8 to 9 months now. And of course, it becomes obvious to me that my arms aren't strong enough when I'm trying to do some of those more challenging climbs. And one day, Andrew just suggested that, we should start doing this. And that's how we started. And amazingly, I could actually feel the difference after 1 to 2 months of consistently doing push-ups every day. I felt that I've become stronger when I'm trying to pull myself up for certain climbs. The moment that I noticed that, I felt so accomplished. Guys, believe me, the feeling of satisfaction is at a different level when you notice your improvement at that moment. And I guess the power of compounding our effort into doing something will show its result after some time. However, I understand that it's normal that sometimes even before we could see the results, things might become challenging and you might feel like giving up. So it's important for us to set our intention right while motivating us to complete whatever effort that you're thinking about. For example, I know I wanted to improve my strength for bouldering, but it's actually a very huge and very vague idea, right? Like, how do you even know you have improved your strength? You can't see it with your eyes, right? It's hard to, track your progress daily or weekly. It's not easy. So I try to motivate myself in another way instead. Like, my target today is to increase for another 5 to 10 push-ups instead of thinking I want to become stronger. And when you think it in this way, 5 to 10 push-ups is much more bearable. You just need to push yourself through 5 to 10 push-ups. Yeah, that makes things a lot easier and bearable. And especially when you can visualize that you'll be able to achieve them. It also seems easier because you're telling yourself, what you're telling yourself is, yeah, just another 5 to 10, instead of thinking it in a very big and vague way. So I'll say, break things down into a simple task or units as possible. For me, on days when my condition was better, I told myself to add 5 push-ups to 1 rep. That will make it 20, a total of 20 when I finish doing it. On days that my condition was not that good, I told myself to add 5 push-ups to the first 2 reps. In this way, you still feel that you improved, although the improvement is slightly little. But the most important thing is you did it anyway and you did improve. Yeah. Also, it's important to track your performance, record them down. Keep yourself an accomplishment journal. Record the things that you've completed. Record all your success. It helps to motivate you after some time when things get challenging and when you feel like you can't do it anymore. The moment you look at how far you've come to, you feel proud and confident in yourself that you'll be able to face the challenges. For us, we kept a leaderboard. The main intention, of course, is just to help us remember the numbers, since they were easily forgettable and sometimes, numbers just get confused easily. But throughout the 2 months plus, it actually motivates me to push myself a little bit more when I feel a bit lazy to do them whenever I look at the leaderboard itself. Yeah, so it actually is quite powerful and motivating you in doing something. So yeah, try to track your performance. You will notice a difference after some time. Yeah. And the next thing, which I think is very important, is to keep a buddy of accountability. I'll say actually it helps a lot, especially when you know you're going to do certain tasks or things that could be a little bit boring, that you might tend to, just put it off or procrastinate as long as you could. So far, usually we do push-ups and now with sit-ups too every day, unless there were days that we really couldn't find time, or on certain days that we worked out too much earlier, like we went for slightly longer run, or went swimming, and we just don't have any much more energy that is left in our body to push us through it. Yeah, otherwise we'll do it every day. So I'll say it's very helpful especially when you see the other person doing it. Normally you wouldn't want to let yourself break the promise when you see them doing it. Yeah. But at the same time, it could be the other way around too. If the other person started getting lazy and you feel like it's okay, just let it be, and you started feeling that it's okay that you don't do it, you let yourself slack off, yeah, then this whole thing couldn't work out. So finding yourself a suitable buddy of accountability is important, of course, depending on what kind of things you're planning to do, and you choose your buddy of accountability based on the situation that you're in. So I'll say the power of compounding doesn't only apply to investments or anything that is related to money. It is applicable to investing in yourself too when you're putting effort into doing something. So tell yourself that it's fine to start small. Just take one step at a time. Focus on what you're doing at the moment and be disciplined in keeping up your effort for some time. You see the results after some time. Magic doesn't, it's not like magic, it doesn't work overnight. You still need some time and some effort. So you see the result after some time, which could also in another way motivate you to work harder for the next milestones that you're trying to achieve in your life. So I believe that's all about what I wanted to share about the power of compounding, although the example of my own is a very small thing, but I do notice that it is actually working. So comment down below if you do have any other experiences related to the power of compounding. I'd love to hear it from you guys too. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. If you enjoyed, do share with your friends and family and leave us a review on Apple Podcast. If you are not using an Apple device, you can leave a review on the Apple Podcast website with the link in the show notes. If you have any feedback or thoughts which you hope that we'll discuss in the future, feel free to email them to us at hello@incthoughts.com, or alternatively, you can send us a private message on our Facebook, Instagram or Twitter with the username of incthoughtspod. Thanks again, and see you all next week. Bye bye.